I want to go back in time and take a look at The Witcher 3 before the update. And let's say I have the power to speak with the developers and actually tell them and request them what I want, the improvements that I want for The Witcher 3. So you see the game right now is running over 100 frames per second. 110, 111. This is very, very good. 4K, so real 4K, no anti-aliasing. The game is at ultra settings. I only have the shadows on high. And more than that, I have the game right now on a hard drive. Okay, so I might see even some stuttering. So let's move around for a moment, see if we can see any stuttering. We might see it. Probably not. Look at that frame time. It's just perfect. No issues whatsoever. But there are some things that we can definitely improve. So for example, I see color banding everywhere. So what I'm using here is the Auto HDR from Windows 11. When I look at the sun, this is horrible. Horrible color banding. I don't know how is that coming on the video, but this is just horrendous. It looks really bad. That HDR really looks bad, that Auto HDR from Windows 11. So that's something that I would definitely tell the developers. Work on the HDR, because that's going to be free picture quality improvement. So it doesn't cost FPS, okay? On a sample on hold, it's not gonna cost you any frame rate, and it's going to greatly improve the experience. Another thing that I would tell the developers, of course, we can definitely improve the resolution of the textures, because right now the VRAM is 3600, so less than 4 gigabytes. We can definitely have options to go beyond that, and this is even using a mod that is a higher resolution texture pack. So that's definitely something we can improve. And a no-brainer is going to be the DLSS, of course. If I am getting right now native 4K, if I'm getting over 100 frames per second, almost 120 frames, look at that, 115 frames per second. If they add DLSS, I can get DLSS quality with a rock solid 120 frames. No drops, perfect frame time. So you give me 10 gigabytes of textures or more. Give me DLSS quality and awesome HDR, fantastic HDR implementation. Done. That seals the deal. That's awesome. So then you want to throw some ray tracing, because some people don't know or they don't care about, they move the camera and the game looks like a blurry mess, because with ray tracing you cannot get 120 frames per second, not even on a 4090. So for those people, yeah, add ray tracing, no problem. Add path tracing if you want, for those people that prefer to lock the frame rate to 30 frames per second and play the game at 30 FPS. So that's a quality mode. I don't know. I don't see any quality on 30 frames per second, but there are some people that they don't know or they don't care, or they just want to look at a static picture. That's okay. Just having options, there's nothing bad about that. Just add more options, that's okay. If you want to add ultra plus settings or ultra plus plus, and you just have a draw distance that is insane, like no LOD, like just the entire world. I don't know, whatever you want to do, that's awesome. Maybe you need 128 gigabytes of RAM or whatever. That's okay. Options, they are not going to hurt. But that's it. That's what I would ask them. The performance right now is very good. Just please don't mess it up. That would be my message. Whatever you're gonna do, please do not give me something worse. Okay? This game is special. The entire company, CDPR, it was built around this game. This is it. One of the biggest companies right now was built around this game. Don't mess it up. Okay? If you don't have that ready, please don't release it. Okay, don't say anything. That's the problem. They announce that we're gonna do it, and then people wait for it. People are impatient. They have to hit, for some reason, a time frame. They failed, and then they release something incomplete that doesn't work well. Please don't do that. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Everyone was happy with The Witcher 3. No complaints with that. Of course, if you want to improve other, gameplay aspects or options, that's okay. Fantastic, no problem. That would be my request. Okay, that would be my request. My request would not be, oh, just add more demanding settings so I cannot run my game at over 60 frames per second, or 60 frames per second is all we need. So if I'm getting 120, just add more demanding settings so I can no longer get more than 60 frames per second, because 4K 60, that's all we need. No, that would be the last thing that I would ask them. Okay, so on part 2, so this is what we had before. This is before the update. So on part 2, we are going to take a look at what happened. Okay, this is what I wanted. I share with you what I would ask the developers, the things that I would like to improve, because we are talking about a graphics upgrade, not a remake. We have the same game, okay? The game is great, no problem with that. So on part 2, we're going to take a look at what actually happened, and let's see what I want to show you is, or share with you, is if we actually got an upgrade, if we got something better. That's what I want to share with you. That's it. It was free, no charges. So was the upgrade something positive? Was it any good? That's what we're going to find out in part 2. Okay, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know right now if you're playing the update, if you're getting 115 frames per second. This is a 3080 12 gigabytes and a 5800 X3D. Let me know if you are getting over 100 frames per second at native 4K. Okay, let me know that part. But we're going to take a look at that on the next video. Same part. I'm not moving anywhere. Just going to close the game and open it with the new update. Okay.